Hello, David.
Hello, teacher.
How are you?
I'm fine.
That's good. What did you do today?
Uh, I go to school and I play um, video game.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yes,
What game did you play?
Minecraft.
Oh, nice. I used to play that game a lot as well, but not so much recently. But anyway, it's just you and me today. So we are going to continue and see how far we can get. So let's answer these questions. So first, no, this is family vacations. We already done that one. We are supposed to talk about driverless cars. So, what do you think? Why do you think? Sorry, do you think traffic accidents happen? Why do you think traffic accidents happen?
Mm, I think people drive uh, less carefully.
Carelessly.
Yes, carelessly, and they don't obey the traffic rules.
Laws. They are not just rules; they are laws. If you if you don't obey them, you might end up in jail. Yes, they are drive carelessly. They don't obey traffic laws. What else do you think might be a reason why accidents happen? Do you think the weather might also cause accidents?
Yes,
Okay, so we can add weather as well. Let me just think quickly. Weather, and I think sometimes the accident happen because things break. They are not. We can add something like this. Another. Okay, I think people like us and they don't obey the traffic laws. Another thing, or another other other causes for car accidents for accidents are with the weather and the failure to properly
okay.
maintain a vehicle. Can you please repeat that for me?
Yes, I think people drive carelessly and they don't obey the traffic laws. The- All the cause for accidents are the weather and failure to properly maintain a vehicle.
Perfect. Failure. Failure. This word
Fail-
failure. Okay, David, just give me a quick second. I just want to go open the door. Okay. Do you think people like driving their cars?
Yes,
Why?
because they enjoy the landscape.
Let's say they enjoy looking at the landscape.
Yes,
And
uh, and fresh air.
hmm, excellent. Okay, so what we can also maybe say something like to be able to travel freely and not like to travel like to be able to travel freely and not to be dependent 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 on a bus schedule. For example, for example. Oh no, it's not and not than. Sorry, that's the word I'm looking for. Than to be dependent on a bus schedule. What do you think? Do you think it's good?
Yes,
Okay, can you please repeat that answer for me?
yes, yes, because they enjoy looking at the landscape and the fresh air. People like to be able to travel freely than to be dependent on a bus schedule.
Wait, there's a word rather than. Sorry, rather than being dependent, not to be. Rather than being dependent on a bus schedule. Excellent. Now, number three. Let me just move number one up a little bit. Number two as well. And then I'll put number three here. Do you think computers can do things better than people?
No, because computer don't know how to cook.
Okay, but if it can know, the question isn't do you think computers are better than people? The question is do you think computers can do things better? Like, for example, let's say we have a robot and a human. Both have to draw a circle. Which one would draw the better circle?
Uh, Human.
Okay. And another thing, if you give a math equation to a computer and the same math equation to a person, who would do it better or quicker?
A computer.
Yeah, so it's you have to think of both things. Like, yes, in some things a human will be better, right? In some
Yes.
things that there will definitely be someone that's better, but and other things computers are way better. That's why I think of but in this case think of driving. If we can have a computer drive, do you think it will drive better than people?
Mm, no.
Why not? What
Uh,
can what can a person do better while driving than a computer won't be able to?
uh, because people was taught to drive properly.
People were taught to
Yeah,
drive from. Mm, remember, if you
to drive properly.
properly. Okay, that is a okay reason. Let me help you with some more. I think in if you think about driving, um, you can say something like it depends. If it depends, certain situations will be dealt with in a specific way, in let's say in a unique way by people. However, a computer only knows the only knows what to do, only knows sorry not what to do, only knows how to do what it has been programmed to do. Has been programmed to do. You can say something like computers cannot adapt in what's the word? Um, yeah, you can just say computers can adapt while people can. If something is um, if there's a because I don't know how much you know about computers and programming, but you have to set the conditions for the program. Like, for example, a condition would be if the computer's camera detects, I don't know in your country, but no, we have, let's say this is a stop board. If a computer, the camera detects a sign with an S, let's say example for that's a stop board, and then there's a line next to it. Then you will set the conditions like if this is in the camera, the car needs to park, let's say 10 centimeters from the line on the ground. Okay? But let's say it's an old town and there's no line. Where will the car go park? It will keep on driving. It knows it has to stop, but it doesn't know where. So you see, in this instance, a human will be like, okay, there's a stop street. I will just stop in line with the pole. But a computer won't be able to make that decision. That's what I mean. It won't be able to adapt. Do you understand, David?
Yes.
Okay, now please repeat the last part as well. Just this part. Can you please repeat that?
Yes. Uh, it depends. Certain situation will be dealt with in a unique way by people. However, a computer only knows how to do what it has been programmed to do.
Programmed.
Programmed
Yes.
computers cannot adapt while people can.
Excellent. It's the same with uh you do you know what a UAV is? You play games, so I assume you will know you have heard of this phrase, a UAV or a UAV drone. Have you heard of that before? David?
No,
Okay, a UAV drone is an airplane that does not have a pilot. Or the pilot is not in the plane. The pilot is on the ground at the base. The airplane can fly. It's being controlled from the base. Now, some of those UAVs have what we call an autopilot, and these autopilot systems depend very heavily on satellites. Now, if this does not have a GPS signal, it won't be able to return to the airfield or to return where it came from. And the autopilot is not suitable to look at the terrain on the ground and figure its a way back home. But a pilot would be able to do that even if his GPS is not working. That's something we have to. That's how I think about this question. Now, let's go to number 4. Do you want to use a driverless car on your own?
no.
Why not?
Because I enjoy driving my car and I want to look at the landscape and enjoy the fresh air.
And remember, try not to use and more than one in such a short answer. Okay, so instead of saying I enjoy my car and I want to look at the landscapes and enjoy the fresh air, you can just say I want to because I enjoy driving my car. Sorry, I missed that word. I enjoy driving my car and I want to look at the landscapes while enjoying the fresh air. So try to use while instead of and if you can. Okay, not you should use it now from now on everywhere. Only if it can and if you can and it makes sense. But that's a good answer. Number 5. Should we develop driverless cars?
Yes, because driverless car have a lot of benefits. Uh,
Like, I have to give examples.
helping the elderly, driving the elderly. Mm. Uh, mm,
What else can we use them for?
wait. Um, and automatic Early drive when the driver falls asleep.
But a driverless car does not have a driver. It's in the name, driverless.
Oh, yes.
It would be a cool feature on a normal car, but we're talking about driverless cars. So you get in the car, there's no steering wheel. There's just seats where you can sit and type in where you want to go.
Oh,
It is not an easy question. Let me help you. Let me show you why it's not an easy question. Those answers are very good. So, yes, you hit the nail on the head when you said you talked about elderly. But now, if we develop driverless cars, I can go, if I'm very rich, let's say I'm very rich, I will go buy 50 of them, of these driverless cars, and I will start a business. Okay?
yes.
In this business, I will make those 50 cars taxis with card machines or Samsung or Apple Pay, right? Now I send them into my city. I create an app where you can, like Uber. I want a pickup to go there. The nearest car come picks you up. It's already set on the app where you want it to go, and it just drives off. Before you get out of the car, you have to pay, and then there's no taxi driver. So there, I guess by that, my one business idea that could have made 50 jobs took away the possibility of 50 jobs. So that's what you also have to think about. If we develop driverless cars, many jobs can be at risk. If if we start with driverless cars, it's not very. We don't have to wait long to get driverless trucks like lorries, cargo trucks. Then those truck drivers will lose their jobs. And then when we have done that, we're already busy with UAV. That this stands for unmanned aerial vehicle, or to say it easily, unmanned airplane. So if you already have airplanes that don't need pilots, then pilots are out of their jobs. All for the benefit of the elderly. That's how you have to weigh them. Do you understand, David?
Yes.
So now let's think, what can it benefit? Who will it benefit? It will benefit the rich taxi boss because you won't have to pay anybody a salary. It won't benefit the poorer people, or elderly people.
Yes.
Or you can argue, um, we should develop them because these cars will force people to obey traffic laws. That's another argument because there's no way for you to control the car. So if the traffic law states this area is strictly 40 kilometers an hour, the car will strictly follow the speed. It won't go 120. So there's an argument for it again. So we really have to think about it. But do you understand the complexity of these questions?
Yes.
Excellent, David. Now, let's go on. So, I want you to give me a reason why you think, or read this statement quickly. I'll give you 2 minutes to think of an answer. Either you're for it or against it, and I want a reason. Doesn't have to be like the ones we did in the first 5 questions here above. You could just give me a one sentence reason. But people are better drivers than computers. Quickly think about that. I'll give you 1 minute, 2 minutes starting now. Then I want to hear your answer.
Yes.
Okay, tell me what you think.
Um,
Hmm.
I think yes, cause I agree because people have driving experience and they can handle the situation while driving.
Very good. Very good. Okay, David, I'm quickly going to close this and start a new one. Please join as quick as you can, okay?
Yes.